Hello race fans and welcome back to the More Freedom series. Today we are here at Homestead for the Florida Orange Juice 60. This is going to be race number 23 in the More Freedom series season 2, and with 2 races remaining, the points race is getting very close. So let's go through your top 10 in points. Tied for first are going to be the number 25 of JTM 2588 and the 57 of Nail Clipper Flipper. Third will be the 96 of Nico 2588. Fourth will be the 72 of Duchess. Fifth will be the 33 of ZWTF. Sixth will be the 11 of TC Roberts. Seventh will be the 80 of Hog Eric. Eighth will be the 187 of Johnny T Homicidal. Ninth will be the 29 of Wishbone Attack, and rounding out your top 10 is going to be the 00 of Mudbone. So that is your top 10 in points. As you can see, it is very, we're tied at the top, and it's going to be an exciting last 2 races. And these drivers are already getting their cars dialed in, and I think we're about ready to go. So let's go racing. Let's go through your starting top 10 real fast. Starting on the pole is going to be the 999 of Deviant, and on his outside will be the 00 of Mudbone. And in the second row, we'll have the 911 of Danny Cybex, and on his outside will be the 96 of Nico 2588. In the third row, we'll have the 57 of the 47 of Dom Kizzle, and on his outside the 30 of Corvette Stingray. And in the fourth row, we'll have the 80 of Hog Eric, and on his outside the 42 of Mom Games Hard. And in the fifth row, starting ninth, will be the 32 of Heck of a Duberin, and on his outside will be the number 10 of TC Roberts. So that's your starting top 10 today for this Florida Orange Juice 60 here at Homestead. Again, leading them down to take this green flag today is going to be the 999 of Deviant. So looking through this, Deviant, I believe this is his first pole on the year. And indeed, this is going to be his first pole on the year. So he'll be leading us down to take this green flag. On his outside will be that 00 of Mudbone. And right behind him will be the 911 of Danny Cybex. So all these drivers looking for a win here at Homestead as Deviant leads us down to get the green flag. Race number 23 is getting ready to start as Deviant takes the green flag as we head down into turn 1. On his outside again is going to be that 00 of Mudbone. We're going to see what the 911 of Danny Cybex has for him here on turn and lap number 1, as we got some 3 wide action in the back of the pack right now. The 999 of Deviant leading us down the backstretch. Here comes the 911 of Danny Cybex down to the bottom right there in front of the 00 of Mudbone. Mudbone drifting up high right now as the 911 of Danny Cybex is underneath him. The 47 of Dom Kizzle right there behind the 911 as Deviant leads us down to the stripe to take lap number 1 here at Homestead. We're going to see what the 00 who is able to get around the outside of that 911. As we jump back through the field, we see we got 3 wide action right now between the 25, the 80, and the 30 of Corvette Stingray. As it's 187 of Johnny T Homicidal right there almost to the left rear of the 80 of Hog Eric. Eric, last week's winner. So let's bring up your timing and scoring real fast. As always, your top 10 will be on the left. Your favorite driver will be scrolling across the top. Again, Eric, last week's winner, 3-time winner on the series, is looking to get another win under his belt as Deviant, the 187 of Johnny T Homicidal is pushing underneath him. And here comes the 619 of Balls Deep. Followed right behind him is going to be that 300 of Resemble, who had that massive crash last week. Devastating crash. Just maybe, early retirement. He got Dr. Pepper and cheeseburgers. But glad to see the 300 of Resemble back out here this week as he's battling right now underneath the 80 of Hog Eric. Jumping up through this field, there was a great look at that orange Dodge Challenger pace car. Your leader's still going to be the 999 of Deviant. And the 25 of JTM now up to 6th position, right there behind the 96 of Nico 2588. Nico dropping down to the inside of the 47 of Dom Kizzle. So Nico battling right now with Dom Kizzle for the 4th position as the points leader, the 25 of JTM, right there behind him, in the 6th position. So we're going to see what Nico does as JTM drifts way high into the turn. Out of turn 2 they go. Nico down to the bottom, Dom at the top. We're going to see what they do as we go down the backstretch. It looks like the 96 is going to be able to make this pass right here on the 47 of Dom Kizzle. Here comes that 25 of JTM following right along with his teammate. As we have a battle right here. I mean, double wide throughout this pack as we got 3 wide still with the 57, the 80, and the 30. The 80 of Hog Eric pushing on the outside, dropping down to the inside of the 32. A heck of a duper. Here comes the 57, co-points leader, the 57 of Nail Clipper Flipper. As we got the 51 of AJM battling underneath right there. That 30 of Corvette Stingray down the backstretch. Here comes his teammate, the 88 of NM, right behind him. And making his presence known is going to be the 69 of Arco Creates. So right now we got the 51 is now pushing underneath the co-points leader, the 57, the Nail Clipper Flipper. Checking up through this field. Eric is working his way up, is currently not yet in the top 10, but he is working his way up as the 25 of JTM kind of sliding back right now. Getting passed by the 187 and, the 619. King of the Aces and the 11 of TC Roberts right there. Seeing what they can do to get underneath that 25 of JTM. Battling down the front stretch. Completing another lap here. Your leader's still going to be that 999 of Deviant as the 96 of Nico 2588. Getting underneath the 911 of Danny Cybex, working it for third right now as we're checking on this lead battle. The 00 of Mudbone right there to the back bumper of the 999 of Deviant. So Deviant having led all the laps so far. We're going to see when we get pit stops today. Not quite sure as of yet. But we'll see when we get pit stops as the 00 of Mudbone right there working behind the 999 of Deviant. And here comes that 96 of Nico 2588. Checking back through the field. Here comes the... seeing what the 11 of TC Roberts and the 13 have for the 25 right now. As they were trying to work underneath them a few laps ago. We're going to see what they do as it looks like the 11 of TC Roberts now down to the inside of the 13 of King of the Aces. This is going to be a battle right here for 9th position as TC underneath the King. King able to power around on the outside. That leaves the door open for the 300 of Resemble down into turn 1 and 2. As the 25 of JTM now battling underneath the 619 of Balls Deep. Followed right behind him is going to be that 13 of King of the Aces. Off of turn 2 they go. Drag race down the backstretch. The 25 of JTM now underneath and getting around that 619 of Balls Deep as the 13, the 300 all making it 3 wide right now. King of the Aces weaving back and forth right there. Precarious situation right there next to the 300 as Resemble backs off a little bit, allows King of the Aces to get his car under control as the 11 of TC Roberts decides he's going to try to pass Resemble on the outside. We're going to see if that works for him as he's going to get some help from that 34 of Super Snake. So Resemble underneath that 11 of TC Roberts, trying to continue where he left off last week before his accident. Resemble is battling hard underneath that 11 of TC Roberts. TC on that outside, not wanting to take away that position from Resemble to move into 10th. And the 34 of Super Snake now pushing that 300 of Resemble around, getting a bit of a draft off of him, helping him to be pushed past the 11 of TC Roberts. Down into 3 and 4 they go. As now the 34 of Super Snake is going to get under him as the 80 of Hog Eric, who is back to the bottom of the track, is working underneath the 69 of Arco Creates. Right behind him is going to be the 30 of Corvette Stingray as the 88 of NM now dropping down to the inside of the 30. NM looking to help Eric along with the draft as here comes the 6 of Ice Cream Some Days and the 72 of Duchess. So NM working underneath the 30 and 80 and the 80 of Hog Eric working underneath the 69 of Arco Creates as we go down the backstretch. Down into 3 and 4. Checking back up here, we're going to see that 57 of Nail Clipper Flipper almost getting into the left rear to 32 of Heck of a Duber right there. So Nail Clipper is going to be trying his hardest to catch up to the 25 right now, who is looking like he's getting ready to be passed by the 619 and maybe a host of other cars, maybe the 13, the 300, and the 34. Great draft help on the outside. The 25 and the 187 of Johnny T. Homicidal jumping down in front of that 619 of Balls Deep. We're seeing what the 13 of King of the Aces does right here as we get back into single file action. Down the front stretch. Here comes the 34 and the 11 right there at the top of your screen. So the 34 of Super Snake was able to get around that 11 of TC Roberts, but we'll check back up here to the front real fast as we see the 96 of Nico has now taken over second position from the 00 of Mudbone, setting his sights on the 999 of Deviant right now. So down the front stretch, again, Deviant has led all your laps today. And looks like Deviant has a really strong car right now, but I wouldn't discount that 96 of Nico 2588, who had fallen back a little bit to start the race as he started, I believe, in fourth position. So outside starting position for the 96, able to get down to the bottom and power his way up to second position right now. But the 00 of Mudbone thinking about getting down to the inside. Falling back, though, I thought Mudbone was going to get down to the inside of that 96, as Deviant kind of driving away just a little bit on those two cars. As we are steadily closing into halfway here on lap 17, as we see the 619 now getting to underneath the 187 of Johnny T. Homicidal. So Balls Deep with also a strong car right now. Actually, KFB with a couple strong cars with the 911 and the 619. So KFB Racing continuing their march to the front as they have two drivers right now in the top 10. But huge double wide action back here by a lot of these cars as the 187 of Johnny T. Homicidal, I thought he was going to make a move on the 47 of Dom Kizzle, unable to do so as we now have two KFB cars nose to tail, the 911 and the 619. Out of turn 4. Looks like TC Roberts is into the pits, so pit stops right here on lap number 18, or actually lap number 19. So we got early pit stop by the number 11 of TC Roberts as he's down into the pits. Just before halfway, we're going to see who leads at halfway today as the 999 of Deviant down the backstretch. We're going to see if these cars duck in here or if they go out for one more. So they are off of turn 4. Looks like they're keeping it out for one more lap. The 96 and the 999. So that looks like this might be a one, possibly two pit stop race as the 999 and the 96 and the 00 still on the track right now on lap number 20. And both of those drivers and the 00 Mudbone coming in. So here at the end of lap 20, starting lap 21, your leader, the 999 of Deviant, is into the pits. And pretty much the rest of this, except for the 10 of It's Some Alien. Alien staying out right now. So Alien going to get an extra lap in, which may be beneficial to him at the end of the race. We'll see. But Alien staying out. The 999 is in. The 96, and pretty much all the rest of the leaders are in. Let's see what's going on. We've got right side tires going on for that 999. Right side tires on the 00. Right side tires on that 96. Left side tires going on the 999. The 00, the 96. The 96 down and away. The 999 down and away. Watching for that 00, and he is finally down and away. Here comes that 11 of TC Roberts, going around those two cars on the outside right now. So it is a possibility that your leader on the track is going to be the number 11 of TC Roberts as the 999 and the 96. Pulling up into traffic. It's going to be close down into 3 and 4 as the 96 and the 911 almost get into each other right there. That's going to allow the 619 of Balls Deep to get a run on the 96 as the 911 is now dropping down to the inside of the 999. So the 911 of Danny Cybex down to the inside and powering around the 999 of Deviant right now. Deviant having led 19 laps right there. Currently looks like he's now going to be running in the 3rd position. Danny looks like he is going to be moving up to the 2nd position right now, and it looks like your leader on the track, waiting for timing and scoring update, but it sounds like it, or looks like it's going to be the number 11 of TC Roberts. Checking through the thing, I think it's showing the 32, the Ketchup Taco car here for Heck of a Duber, currently running 42nd. But we'll wait for this timing and scoring to update, but I'm pretty sure that it's going to show... Yeah, it's showing TC Roberts as your leader right now. It's just making sure that the 32 of Heck of a Duber is not your leader. So your leader again on the track is going to be the number 11 of TC Roberts. And he has a 1.4 second lead over second place, the 911 of Danny Cybex, as the 999, the 96, and the 619 are battling it out right now for the 3rd position. Resemble moving up right now into the 4th, 5th, 6th position. 6th position for Resemble. 7th for that 88 of NM. 8th for the 69. 9th is going to be the 47 of Dom Kissel. And battling it out for 10th right now is going to be the 00 and the 25 of JTM. So Mudbone coming in, going into the pits in 3rd, has come out in 11th position. So a little bit of a slow stop for the 00 as the 187 is now working underneath the 25 of JTM. Checking up here to the front as the 99 or the 96 now getting underneath the 999 of Deviant. So battle right there. And checking on your leader, again, he's got a 1.2 second lead over the 911 of Danny Cybex, but I'm wondering what's going to happen with him as he stopped on lap number 19. We're going to see if he can go the extra 22, 23 laps to the end of this race, or if he's actually going to have to stop. So, big gamble for that 11 of TC Roberts. And again, he might just have been running out of fuel and needed to pit anyway, but a huge gamble for our leader right now. But it did put him out to a 1.4, 1.6 second lead right now over second place. So now the 999 of Deviant right there to the back bumper of the 911 of Danny Cybex, as the 619 of Balls Deep trying to get down to the inside of the 96. Here comes the 300 of Resemble. We're going to see what he does right here, see who he goes with. The 96 is powering his way on the outside right now. So Balls Deep unable to get around the 96, allowing him to fall into the clutches of the 300 of Resemble. We're going to see if Resemble gets a little bit of a push by the 88 and the 69 of Arco Creates. One of the better runs so far this year for the 88 of NM. Currently running in the 7th position. Heavily struggled this year will be that 88 of NM 2588 as he's trying to get underneath the 619 of Balls Deep. He's gonna pull back into line as the 96 is right there behind him. So Resemble able to get around the 619 of Balls Deep. Is going to set his sights on the 96 of Nico. Again, I think these cars, I mean, honestly, we're just going to have to wait and see what happens with the pit stops, as it may be a 1 or 2 stop race. And so we're definitely going to see what happens. as still just hanging out, as now the lead for TC Roberts has been dramatically slashed. We're down to under a second right now, about a half a second separate, not, just like maybe like 4 car lengths separating the 11, the 911, the 999, and the 96, as it looks like Deviant's going to try to get down to the inside of the 911. Not quite, as we go down to turn 3 and 4. So that drafting help with the 911, the 999, the 96 has pushed them. They've been able to push themselves up to the back of the 11 of TC Roberts almost. And again, I'm not sure what pit stops are going to bring, as the 96 of Nico 2588 trying his darndest right here to get underneath the 999 of Deviant. Down the backstretch into 3 and 4. Deviant up high, and the 96 down low. And Nico working to get underneath the 911 of Danny Cybex right here. So able to get around the 999 of Deviant. Nico now setting his sights on the 911 of Danny Cybex. So it looks like that 96 car may be coming on right here. He had a pretty stout car right there at the beginning, the first half of the race. And we're going to see what he does with the second half, as checking on one of your points leaders, the 25 of JTM. It looks like he has fallen out of the top 10 right now, as the 34 of Super Snake is working underneath him, as well as his teammate, the 51 of AJM. And right there is going to be the 420 of Queen of Hearts, who, as you'll recall, won at Kentucky. So Queen of Hearts has had a great car the last 3-4 races here. We'll keep jumping back through the field, as there's one of your other points contenders. The 33 is ZWTF, currently 4th in points, and working right there with the 3 of Geek Girl Games, and another points contender, the 72 of Duchess. Now looks like she's getting passed by the 6 of Ice Cream Some Days, and here comes the 20 of Adam B5000. So Adam working underneath her, or actually she gets back around on the outside of that 6 of Ice Cream Some Days. So, and here comes the 95 of Zed Brunna, and the 29 of Wishbone Attack right here battling for position. Jump back through this field. The 80 has fallen back quite a ways right now, as has the 57 of Nail Clipper Flipper, as the 96 of Nico has gotten around the 911 of Danny Cybex, and Resemble on the outside. The 99, it looks like Resemble tried to get around both of those cars on the outside, the 999 and the 911. So the Deviant able to make his way around Cybex, and Cybex now trying to get back underneath the 999. As your leader's still going to be that 11 of TC Roberts, with less than 10 laps to go here. So edge of your seat excitement, as your leader on the track is going to be the number 11 of TC Roberts with 5 laps to go. So coming out of turn 2 down the backstretch on his bumper right now is going to be the 96 of Nico 2588, the 11 of TC Roberts down the backstretch into 3 and 4. So we're going to have about 5 laps remaining right here as they cross this stripe. And it is getting very, very close for the top position, as Deviant, Nico, Cybex, Resemble all right here. Watch the number 11. We're going to see if the 96 has anything for him on this lap, as they are basically nose to tail down the backstretch. Into 3 and 4. And TC Roberts is in, your leader, into the pits with 4 laps remaining, 5 laps remaining. TC Roberts dropping off the track into the pits. So this is going to be close for the end of this race, as 4 laps remaining. As you'll recall, TC stopped 1 or 2 laps prior to the 96, the 99, the 999, and the 911. So we're going to see if those drivers, if they have to pit, that might be beneficial to TC, because if he has to pit, or if these guys have to pit, it looks like the 300 was going in. So the 300 is in, the 619 is in, as we're going to have 3 laps to go here when Nico crosses the stripe. So multiple cars pitting right now, as Dom Kizzle in the 911 of Danny Cybex underneath the 999 of Deviant right here. But your leader is still going to be that 96 of Nico 2588. Very, very, very close on gas. And looks like we're going to get like 2, as the 911 of Danny Cybex is in. So Cybex is in. I believe we're going to have 2 laps to go here, as just making sure, let's make sure that we actually have 2 laps to go here. So the 96 of Nico 2588 is going to be your leader, as here comes the 619 of Balls Deep out of the pits, down into the turn. You always have to keep your fingers crossed. We're going to see if Nico makes his way into the pits right here. So he is going to get the white flag here. 1 more lap to go for your leader, the 96 of Nico 2588. Is he going to make it to the end of this race? Is he going to run out of gas? He is gambling right now, as are several of these other drivers. The 999, the 47, the 00, the 51, all gambling right now, as the 96 down to the inside of the 619 of Balls Deep. Into 3 and 4 for the last time. Out of turn 4, the 96 is staying on the track. Is he going to make it to the finish? Your winner today here at Homestead is going to be the 96 of Nico 2588, with an impressive pit strategy and going the distance on 1 pit stop today. Edge of your seat excitement, as the 96 of Nico 2588 is going to be your winner today here at Homestead. So I was not sure he was going to make it, but let's go through your top 10. So your winner today is going to be the 96 of Nico 2588. Second place will be that 47 of Dom Kizzle. Third will be the 00 of Mudbone. Fourth will be the 999 of Deviant. Fifth will be the 51 of AJM 2588. Sixth will be the 34 of Super Snake. Seventh will be the 25 of JTM. Eighth will be the 72 of Duchess. Ninth will be the 33 of ZWTF. And rounding out your top 10 will be the number 22 of Sailor Spoopy Moon. So awesome job today by the 96 crew. After traditionally having just terrible pit stops, his car goes the distance on one stop. And just looking through your finishing order, JTM is going to finish in, well, I already said that, the 7th position. And Nail Clipper Flipper will be finishing 23rd today. So amazing finish to the end of this race. Next week we go to the season finale at Homestead, and with this race remaining, it's just anybody's season. So just a deep breath right there by your announcer. I'm excited to calculate these points. They'll be right here on your screen. And again, with 1 race remaining, it's anybody's season. Anybody can win this. I'm guessing probably the top 3, 4, maybe the top 5 could win this. So yeah, that's your points. Again, congratulations today to the 96 of Nico 2588. He's going to be your winner here at Homestead. And until next week at Talladega, take care.